can make your moves like a ninja. I could play it cool like I'm winter. I can make it rain like a cash tsunami. You wanna slip and slide, we can link up.
Jumping straight into it. So the first thing that you need to do when you're doing your eyeshadow is that you need to have a base. Now I'm using the P. Louise base in Rumor number 2, and I'm just putting this on my eyelid. So now what this does is just that it creates an even base canvas, something for the eyeshadow to adhere to, and that is what I'm doing. And I'm using a brush to apply it, and then I'm gonna finish off with a sponge to further blend in. Now, this next step is optional. You don't have to, but I choose to do it. I am setting my base with a translucent powder. I'm not putting much on it. I'm just lightly dusting it on it. All right. You don't have to do it. If you want to leave it tacky, you can. Now taking this is a bronzer, and I'm just putting this all over my transition area. The transition area is from your crease going towards your brow bone. That is your transition area, and I'm using a BH Cosmetics fluffy brush to apply the first shade. Now this shade is just a first shade that is in between the brow bone and the depth of the crease. Now when you're doing this, you don't want to go all the way up to the brow bone because you want to see exactly where the different gradients from light to dark. All right, now I'm going to be taking another face powder. This is more like a contour because it's more cool tone, and this is the Ruby Kisses powder in ebony, and I'm just creating some depth. So I'm going exactly in my crease with this, and a little bit like a smidget above my crease with this. And I'm using my Morphe M506. It is like a dome fluffy brush to do this. All right, so the reason why I'm going a little bit above the crease, I'll show you that in a minute. So as you can see that I'm going back in with my BH Cosmetic brush with no additional product because we want that nice graduation. Okay, all right, going back in because we want more intensity of the color. You can take your time in doing this, you don't need to rush. So now in cutting my crease, as you can see that fold right there of my eye, that is my crease. If you have hooded eyes like I do, you want to make sure that you put the concealer above there, because if you don't, it will transfer. So if you put it right on where the crease is, no, it will transfer. You have to go above the crease so that when you cut it, when you create that line, it will not transfer. And another way you can do this as well, you can put the concealer on your lid, look up, and wherever that concealer or that base transfers, that is where you cut it. All right, it's as easy as that, nothing hard. And when you're doing this, you take your time. You're gonna use small strokes and try your best not to go too high, because you will lose the first shades that you put down. All right, blend it downwards, drag the product downwards because you would like more room to blend. So we need to blend and get rid of all that excess. So now, as you can see, I did not bring it all the way out to the end because this is where we're going to put the rest of the excess product. All right, I'm just using a packed blending brush. This is like a buffing brush. All right, this is more like of a buffing brush. And as you can see, I'm patting in the product because I would like to keep that tacky base. All right, Now, as you can see, no transferring. Now I'm taking a pigment, and this is a blue brown pigment. All right, so I'm patting in the product here, but you get the most payoff if you wipe the product in, because it's a shimmer. So you pat in matte and then you swipe shimmers, but I'm doing this like this because my base was still tacky and I wanted a nice payoff. All right, I wanted a nice payoff, so I'm patting in and I'm swiping just the same. All right, and make sure to go in with the color that you had in the crease with that last color, because you want to not have a line of demarcation of the shimmer and the crease color. All right, there you go. That is how it's looking. Now taking a small definer brush, and I wanted to have more of a defined line for my crease color, and I'm just using the edge of the brush to go right on top of where I cut my crease, just right on top. I'm not going to be blowing it out or anything. Okay, I did everything else off camera, so now I'm just adding a highlight in my tear duct area, and I went in with the Juvia's Place palette, tribal palette, and I'm using that matte lime green shade to put on my tear duct, just to give me some brightness. Okay, now going in with another brown. This is actually a brow powder. I could not find the first shade I was using before, so I just opt to use this. I'm just blowing out my lower lash line. No big deal about it. All right, so yeah, and that is the finished look. I hope y'all's learn how to cut your crease. You can check out how I apply my lashes and how I do my eyebrows in the video before this. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you learned something from this video that I created for you. Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, follow me on all my socials, and until next time, bye beauties.